What's up, y'all? Welcome to another episode of the Southern University Quarterback Club podcast. It's your boy Al,
It's Catrice.
And BJ Jones.
and look, we got a special show for y'all today. We got recap from last week, we got preview for this coming up week, and then we got a special interview toward the end of the show. Now, first, we want to recap last week's game at Alabama State in Montgomery, Alabama. Uh,
Now, I was not able to make it to Alabama, okay? But definitely was just making sure I kept up to date with the game, watching it and everything. Y'all, we started off strong, okay, with this touchdown right away. I was amped, okay, but I was not there. So I just want to know, first off, how was the energy there? Like, how was the vibe at Alabama?
Oh man, it was crazy. It was an anticipated game. Much anticipated. There was a lot of energy in the stadium on both sides. And I think that energy maintained itself, man, throughout the contest, especially going down on drive number one and watching how Harold Blood basically had a flawless first drive, converting. I think it was three third downs on that drive. I think it was three or four third downs on that drive. It was oh man, it was a thing of beauty that first drive, man, and
Mm-hmm.
um, offense kind of stalled after that. So but overall, man, the atmosphere was great. It was almost like a home game for me, having so many connections to Alabama State, and seeing
Mm-hmm.
family, friends, and people I grew up with, and one of my high school teammates is actually the offense coordinator at Alabama State. So me and him,
Okay.
we chopped it up for a long time. So it was cool. Hate that ended up on the losing end.
I know,
But hey man, losses are lessons.
for sure.
right.
Al, what you
I,
got?
the atmosphere was it was live to me. It ain't Southern, but it is what it is for another swag school. Of course, you had the tailgating going on. There was a lot of people over there on the backside of the stadium cooking, barbecuing, frying chicken, all that good stuff. Had a nice little crowd. I'm not sure what the final attendance was. If
It
I
was like
get had
twenty
to get,
thousand up and change. Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, 20,000 and change. So it's a good swag atmosphere. You had both of the bands battling each other all throughout the game. You got the student section right there in the end zone. Making noise the whole time. So definitely a good atmosphere to be in Montgomery.
For sure. And so, of course, as we all saw, unfortunately, we were not able to come up with the win. So, definitely, yes, these are lessons for sure for them. What would y'all say is your takeaway that you wish probably we did differently, or any changes possibly that you saw that could have helped?
Yeah, I would just say, man, just offensively. Go back to what we did on that first drive, man. We did some things and some motion and some things that kind of kept Alabama State a little bit off guard. I mean, offensively, man, we it's gonna be a work in progress, but very encouraged by what I saw. Um, Defensively, man, those guys played lights out. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and on the gotta get better with that tackling in the secondary, because the touchdowns that we had were short passes that Keyshawn Johnson from Alabama State just took to the house. You can't allow those things to happen. You really got to limit those yards after catch. But overall, man, defensively, man, we played well. The offense is work in progress, and we'll see what that looks like um, this upcoming Saturday.
For sure.
Oh yeah. Same here. Harold Blood. This was his first start. He did throw two interceptions. So just building off your first game, looking at the mistakes you made, and just learning how to read those coverages, and then preparing for the next week. Uh, for the defense, hats off to them. 260 yards given up, which is immaculate. If you hear that number, you think you won the game. So shout out to the front seven who played an excellent game. Alabama State, kept it simple, but they tried to throw some of the trinkets in there. was probably a little different from what we used to see, but we adjusted well after the first quarter, and we're able to stop those guys from uh, from scoring anymore after that. So
For sure. So, like, any takeaways y'all see that they can do for against Jackson State?
Uh, like I said with Harold, building up on that first game you had, learning from the mistakes. It's probably not going to get any tougher this week. Um, Jackson State usually has a pretty stingy defense, so I expect a lot of guys to be in our receivers' face. So he might see some different looks from what he saw this past weekend in Jackson. So defensively, you probably go see more passing from Jason Brown and the Jackson State offense. So we definitely have to be ready passing wise, and a pretty decent running back in who Jackson State has. And what's his last name? I forgot. Number 5,
Mulligan,
Mulligan,
Herb Mulligan.
a transfer. So he's had I think 100-yard rushing game, and I think he had like 80 yards this past game. So I think that'll be that bell cow for this weekend. So just building up on last week and improving on this week.
I just say, the biggest thing is, hey man, establishing the run. We didn't get an opportunity to do that a week ago. And defensively, man, Alabama State is going to be one of the better defensive units in the conference. You have other good defense coming in, but being able to establish the run, that's something that's going to be big. And then getting to the quarterback, got a couple of sacks on Saturday. Missed a couple of sacks. They're going to be athletic. They're going to, Jackson State has an athletic quarterback in Ty McDonald. Um, Jason Brown not as athletic, but he can still, he's still a little slippery. Making sure we get to the quarterback, we getting them on the ground, and being opportunistic. We had 0 turnovers on Saturday, so being opportunistic, turning the other team over, and being sound on special teams. I'm not really quite sure what happened. That kickoff coming out of the second half, what was going on there, but those are things that you can't get up, give up in a game like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened either because I was running my mouth. But yeah, we did make a 40-yard field goal, so I like that. So I like that if we get stalled, in the other team's territory, that we'll be able to punch some points on the board. If we don't get 7, we can always get 3. So
Yeah.
uh,
Sure.
so I'm looking forward to this weekend. I think they already announced it's a sellout crowd for the Boombox Classic, which is always a
Mm-hmm.
heated and hated rivalry. I know we talk about Grambling, but this is hated. Like we don't know people from Jackson. Jackson people don't know us. We know people from Grambling sometimes, so it's kind of a friendly rivalry. But so this is more heated and hated. Has been all throughout the years since I've been in school too. So I think everybody the color for this week is wear white. So if you got a white shirt, a white SU shirt to be exact. Please wear that, and uh, yeah, I I'm looking forward to the
Pete
Pete
Richardson
Richardson
Classic.
Classic this
Mm-hmm.
weekend. So
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm like you, man. Looking forward to it, man. Anytime, man, you see that Jackson State game on your schedule, man, you get excited. Know how intense that is. Playing in that game, being around it for so many years, man, it's intense, and there's no better way to get the sour taste from last Saturday out of your mouth than defeating Jackson State.
For
No
sure.
better way. No better way.
oh yeah, most definitely. So I definitely want this win this week more than anybody. So I'm excited about this weekend. I'll be in Friday. Uh, and I'm just ready to enjoy the festivities and be in the atmosphere. So, okay, so tonight we got a special interview for y'all. We got Jalen Campbell who will be joining us for an interview. Second team All American, SWAC linebacker from Winona, Mississippi. Um, what's going on, Jalen? How you doing?
What's up, y'all? I'm blessed, man. How y'all doing?
Man, doing pretty good, man.
Good.
How you doing?
Hey.
Doing good.
Good, man. We just go start off by asking you a few quick questions. Uh, like some icebreaker type stuff, so we can get you
Okay.
comfortable and stuff on here. So, first question is, who's your favorite NFL team?
Pittsburgh Steelers.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Here we go.
Pittsburgh Steelers. My dad. I mean, my dad. He was a Pittsburgh Steelers fan back in the day, and then like around the time Troy Polamalu was playing, Ben Roethlisberger, Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, all them guys. That defense is just growing me playing Madden too. So Pittsburgh
Okay,
Steelers, my favorite team.
okay. Who's your favorite NFL player?
And it's crazy. My favorite NFL player is Ray Lewis, which is the rival, he played for the Baltimore Ravens. But I always love Ray Lewis and what he brought to the game, especially at my position.
Okay. So, what's your favorite place to eat in Baton Rouge?
Ooh, it's a lot. I mean, you can't go wrong with Blue Stone. I mean, you can't go wrong with Blue Stone. I like Raoul's too. I always like to eat Raoul's. And then what's today? Wednesday. I'll go to Hooks. I'll go to Hooks for that wing
So
special.
you got a schedule for this week. But speaking of
Yeah.
Blue Store, I do want to give a shout out to one of our sponsors. The Blue Store did provide chicken for yesterday's press conference, our weekly press conference with Coach Dooley. So shout out to the Blue Store and the avenues behind campus, man. Always providing us with some good chicken. Okay, next question. If you had a daughter, what teammate would you not want your daughter to date?
Well, I do have a daughter actually, but you said Elise,
Who would you not want to date your daughter on the
who I
team?
would not want to. Oh, that's none of them actually. None of them. None of them. Yeah, you say none of them. None of them. None of them.
Okay,
I wouldn't
okay.
even want her to date an athlete at all. Actually.
Fair enough.
I got one for you, Jalen. Hey, Madden or 2K?
Ooh, 2K, 2K, 2K,
Okay.
2K.
Okay, cool. So look, first real question we got for you. So you've been at Southern for what, a year and a half almost now.
Mhm.
Talk to us about your recruiting process and how that was, and why did you choose Southern University?
Okay, so I probably have one of the more different stories when it comes to my recruiting here. So actually, the coach that recruited me here, he's not on the staff. He's not on the staff. Well, he never was on the staff. Oh well, I guess I can say this, but well it's over with now. But so when Dooley was at PV, that was making that transition. I guess the linebacker coach, he was gonna come over and coach for Southern, but I guess he ended up staying. And I didn't even take a visit here. I just did my research and I liked how the campus looked. I like the environment, the culture, everything Southern brought. I seen who I was playing. I seen who was playing LSU. I said I want to be a part of this. So I had already signed, and then I was up in Memphis training, for the season and whatnot. And so I get a call from one of the coaches that was on the staff, on the Southern staff. He tell me that, the linebacker coach, he's not coming. He's not coming to Southern anymore. And I was like, so do y'all still want me? And he was like, yeah, of course, we still want you and everything. So I was like, dang, like, okay, that's crazy. I'm thinking I'm finna go here and get coached by this person. And it turns out I don't know nobody at this point. So, I still came and I love it here. I'm glad I still chose to come here, even though the recruitment was kind of crazy and, it's kind of still COVID. You couldn't really take visits. So it was, I'm glad. I love Southern and, I wouldn't want to be nowhere else.
Okay. So you talk about a different coach recruiting you who's not at Southern. So now you have your current coach or position coach. What's something that excites you about this staff and maybe your current position coach that you like?
Coach Graves, he like I be joking, he like an uncle, he always had, he's one of them uncles you always had. Like, he just tell them old stories, and he got jokes for days. And then, like I say, I have an older coaching staff, and well, actually, something crazy. It's actually my first having my first head coach that's black. So like in high school, and I did junior college, my coaches were white. So having a like mostly all black coaching staff is kind of different for me, and but I like it though because you hearing from your own people. So I love it. They some old vets, and they give me a lot of game. That I normally didn't get. In my other schools because most of my coaches was kind of younger, but with this coaching staff it's different because they have a lot of knowledge, and they support me. They tell me when I'm wrong. Help me become a better leader for this team. So I love this coaching staff.
That's
Okay.
what's up. So what would you say is your biggest takeaway from last season and like things you feel like you can implement for this season?
Last season, what I took away was just time management, and don't let time go by. Like with everything we do, like for meetings to practice certain drills and practice, like everything is useful, not only just for just football, but like just life and learning some, taking everything, take a little bit out of everything you do. Even going to class and walking around, talking to different people, you got to take some from everything you do. So that's why I say
Mm-hmm.
like even last year, like I feel like I kind of like it kind of went by so fast because I didn't take in the moment all the time. Like even at Sway Championship, everything went by so fast. Like we went from okay, we got to win this Bayou Classic so we can win the Sway Championship. So it was
Mm-hmm.
just everything kind of went by fast to me because I probably didn't take in the moment. But like this year, like even today, like I take everything, I take everything like I take everything like each moment. I take
Mm-hmm.
something from it. I'll say, yeah.
Okay, I love that. Now let me ask you because I'm curious. Have you always played the linebacker position? Like, was this your first start when you first started playing football?
No, ma'am. I well, Pee Wee. I played running back. I was a running back really. Like even when and coming out of high school, I was getting recruited for running back.
Mm-hmm.
But my uncle, he's one of my coaches back in high school. He was like, because I had a lot of injuries too playing running back. So he was like, you're not going to college to play running back because he wanted me to the goal is the NFL. So it was like he looking from a longevity standpoint. So he was like, I want you, you want me to learn to play linebacker better. So linebacker didn't come to like my junior year. I'll say like I always played running back, and then our free safety probably in Pee Wee. So yeah, and then even in junior, I just thought about even in junior college, I played like nickelback. So like my last year in junior college, I played nickelback. I ain't truly start playing middle linebacker till I got here really.
Okay. Well, shout out to your uncle, okay, because you definitely be doing your thing as linebacker. So, what would you say is your mentality going into each game, like getting those defensive stops, making those tackles?
My mentality, nobody can block me. Nobody can. Is that simple.
Period.
Nobody,
Hmm.
nobody, nobody can hold me. Nobody can stop me. Only person that can stop me is myself.
Yes, that's true. And so, how do you continue to improve and just be a leader for the team?
First, I feel like I got to get myself mentally and physically ready so I can lead others. So I have this same regimen I go by like every week. First I just start, but like like even after Saturday's game, I woke up, I went straight to church. I wasn't even trying to even think about the game. I was just trying to get mentally
Hmm.
prepared, for this upcoming week. So I'm a believer in God. So just going to church, praising the Lord, even just for me seeing another day, and me coming out that game healthy. And then just Monday we have a little practice. Just Sunday, yeah, we have a little practice, and just get a little stretch in, running in, walk through, and I just like that Sunday and that Monday, I just try to get my body back right, and then Tuesdays, Wednesdays, those are the grind days. So and then Thursday, I got massage and doing cryotherapy and all that. So that's how I be getting prepared. I got a whole little regimen I go by, eat like every day of the week.
So, Jalen, you're a native Mississippian. Tell me, what did you know about the Southern Jackson State rivalry compared to what you know now about
Honestly, I didn't know it was this bad.
it?
I didn't know it was this bad. I didn't know it was this big. So like me coming from when on to Mississippi, I didn't really like look at these type of rivalries. I was looking more of like Ole Miss and Mississippi State, looking at the Egg Bowl. And when I came down here, I was like, this is that type of game. This is like a Mississippi. I mean, this is like an Ole Miss Alabama type of game. I love games like this, and this why I was doing another interview, and I was telling them, I was like, this is why they brought me here, for games like this, to win games like this. And I love this type of rivalry. Even me being a Mississippi kid, I live like my hometown is like an hour away from Jackson, so I know a couple players on Jackson State team. So this I love this. I love this right here. I love this type of game. I love everything about it.
So, this week, having a history with Jackson State, we know how those two games went a year ago. Has that been extra motivation for you guys this week to get ready for Saturday to avenge what happened a year ago?
Definitely, like it's we already know what we got to do. We already know. It's no, we don't need no motivation, no more motivation. Like, you know, I appreciate like people just coming up. It's like, oh, y'all better win. Like, we already know. Like, but ain't nothing like that feeling of working that hard all season just to come up short. So, and to them especially. So when you get an opportunity to play them again, and this early in the season, there's no other way to kick off the season. I'll say, just to get that off our mind already, and we can go about our business after we win.
Okay.
And
So go ahead, BJ. Go.
so far, what has been your most memorable moment so far at Southern University?
Like a football during a football game, or just like most memorable, like just being here.
Just overall, just being at Southern.
Uh, I had a lot of memorable moments. I'll say I got two. I'll say I got two. I'm gonna go football, then I'm gonna go like non-football, just being at school. So football wise, I'll say the Bayou Classic. I think I had my best game, the Bayou Classic game, and then, it was to go to the SWAC championship. So that was a great moment for us, and we had a great game. Defense, well, they kind of ran the ball on us a little bit, but it just still felt good coming from what we had been through in the early part of the season to come all the way back and reaching a SWAC championship. Even finding out in the Bayou Classic. So the Bayou Classic was football wise was just very memorable. And then I'll say like at school, just being around Southern, I just say like the different events they be having. Like I remember what event it was. I remember they had like a little, they was feeding the whole school crawfish, and everybody was just sitting outside and they was playing music. Like I like stuff like that. It kind of remind me of home. How stuff be at home. Like they have a concert
Spring
and everybody
Fest.
out eating, enjoying themselves. Like I don't know what it's called, but it's when everybody be sitting outside eating crawfish. And some crazy. I don't really eat crawfish till I came down here, so
Yeah.
it was kind of different.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
It's
was kind
called it's called Spring
Spring
Fest.
Fest.
yeah, it was Spring Fest. Yeah, it was Spring. That was fun. I like that whole week. I just thought about it. It was a whole little week. I like that whole week.
Okay. So last week we played in Montgomery. Defense did an outstanding job, only allowing 260 yards. What's your thoughts on last week's game and how you build upon this coming week's opponent?
Last week it was okay game for us. We did, the goal was to win, and I feel like defense. I still feel like we didn't do enough. We made some plays, but we didn't do enough to get our offense back the ball, just like Alabama State defense did. So that's why I would say it was an okay game. We didn't force no turnovers. Like I said, we made plays, but that's it. Defense wins championships, and we just had to make more plays, and we missed a lot of plays too. Also, so we left a lot of meat on the bone. I'll say we left a lot of meat on the bone.
Okay, so this week, what do you kind of see on field from Jackson State? I know last week they played two quarterbacks. Are y'all preparing for both quarterbacks also?
Yes, sir. We preparing for both quarterbacks, and they are kind of similar, but then again they're different because one is more mobile than the other. So that's a big thing you have to know coming into a game, like which quarterback you're gonna have to face. But the concepts are the same. The receivers the same. The running backs are the same. The O linemen, they block the same way. The scheme is the same. So I feel like this is a different Jackson State team. I'm not saying good or bad, but it's a different team. It ain't like we can just go back to last year's game and watch that, because it's a whole different team. So we just get prepared, and we've been practicing hard.
Okay.
So right now we're looking at a few questions that came in via the comments, but I got a question for you, Jalen. When you hear about this ball game on Saturday being sold out, I think as of yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
so being sold out with 4 games before game day, how does that make you feel, man, as a young man strapping it up on Saturday night, just seeing the support of Jaguar Nation that you're going to have behind you?
I've been talking about this all week. I'm ready. I'm ready. We had lifts this morning, and nobody in the stadium. I was out there like 5 in the morning. It's pitch black dark, and ain't nobody in the stands. I'm just looking around like, wow, like I know it's gonna be filled up. Like, hey, you gotta put on a show. You gotta put on a show. That's all I'm thinking. You just gotta put on a show. I'm ready.
Oh yeah, we need that get back for sure. You got family coming in town?
Yes, sir. My parents, my daughter coming down, and her mama coming down, and my sister. My sister comes to the game too, and her kids.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
Catrice, you got anything?
No, I'm just ready for Saturday. Okay, so I already know y'all gonna bring it. We're gonna make sure we bring the energy and cheer y'all on, and we're gonna get this done.
Yes, man. We're gonna give y'all something to cheer for.
For sure.
And Jalen, before we let you go, do you have a message for Jaguar Nation? Any message that you want to get through, either from you or the team as a whole?
Y'all should see our message Saturday. I don't know what else to say. You can say so much, but we gotta line down. You gotta spot the ball. Like my coach Miller, the defense coordinator, say all the time, you can't talk this game, you can just play it. And I want to just say thank y'all for allowing me to come on y'all show and speak with y'all and y'all audience. And I'm grateful for this moment.
We appreciate you. One
Man,
more
we
thing. Can
definitely
you give us a
appreciate you.
definition? Can you give us a definition of spot the ball?
Anywhere, anytime, as long as you got a football, spot the ball. Spot the ball. You play football anywhere. You play football in your front yard. Spot the ball. Pick them up, bust them. Walk ball. Anywhere. You just gotta be ready. Spot the ball.
Gotcha.
I don't even. Yep, I got on. Spot the ball.
Yes, indeed.
I need that. But look, everybody, make sure y'all share the screen, like the screen. We appreciate Jalen coming on here and talking to us tonight. Also, shout out to the Blue Stove for providing us with that delicious chicken on yesterday's press conference. This week is Jackson State, the Boombox Classic in Memphis Stadium at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, and also will be streamed on ESPN app. And also they want fans to wear white. I think they have a pregame show with the blue shakers, whatever group that is. I think they have a little concert by the stadium. All kind of things. They also put in place the no open fire ban, so you can't barbecue really. But if you want a fried chicken or whatever, have at it. So yeah, we just ready for the weekend. We appreciate y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see y'all this weekend. If y'all see us, make sure y'all stop us and chop it up with us. And good luck this weekend and go Jags.
Go Jags.
Go Jags.
Okay. Thanks, Jalen.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, Jalen.
Thank y'all.